was of the opinion that if life and time ever gave you the opportunity or privilege to be able to afford to do good to others, you should not take that step. I believe there would come a time in my own life where something would trigger that giving back to society. And I think that time has come now. And I thought this would be the appropriate time for me to launch this foundation and to realize not only big wishes will be there, but also to bring some small bit to realize my own dreams. Arthritis is actually a rampant disease that is a kidney disease, and I think it's one of the most common diseases that patients present to an arthritic epidemic. The basic premise of this is to make our services accessible to as wide a population as possible. For every one patient or two patients that we're able to offer, I'm sure there are hundreds of patients who cannot afford the treatment. We are actually in the process of locating centers not only in Delhi or NCR but around the country. A part of this initiative is also to look after the sportsmen. We are aware of the fact that a very small percentage of elite sports people, most of them do not have medical coverage. There's tremendous amount of ignorance. We want to stress the fact that we would like to do this at almost a minimal cost so that we can take care of their needs and nurture their talent, encourage them to bring laurels to the country in the years.
He always did this. For many sports persons, he's done free surgeries and a lot of work which was kind of not paid in money terms. So I think he's only doing what he's always been doing in a probably a organized sector now.
So this is an organization, a foundation which he is trying to create, which will support the younger generation. Just one life touched and help is 10 whole life touched and help.
I think if we can make this successful with everybody's help, then I'm sure the foundation will go a long way towards removing people of various kinds. To me, the joy of walking means the ability to walk, whether it is to walk physically, whether it is to achieve your dreams, whether it is to walk towards a destination, whether it is simply to enjoy an evening walk, anything which helps me do what makes me happy is the joy.
हर चीज़ आपके चलने फिरने से ही मौजूद है, दुनिया मौजूद है। जो चीज़ें जाकर कुछ तो फीलिंग होती है, कुछ पसंद नहीं होती है, उस फीलिंग के तहत उनका ये स्लोगन बिल्कुल करीबी है इंसानियत को।
Dr. Rajgopal has been a phenomenal doctor, a great person who, for me, has been a great inspiration, a source of great support for me. His NGO is going to definitely help a lot of people to get back and enjoy the joy of walking.
I would like to look at this foundation more in terms of a movement. Any movement or any thought process of this nature will only sustain itself if there is help and contribution from people around me. Alone, I can give them a hand, but with your help, I can give them their legs. And I hope you will contribute meaningfully and help make this foundation a movement that benefits lots of people.
Wonderful video giving you an overall picture of the Rajgopal Foundation. I would now like to go into a proverb that says, pleasures are transient and honors are immortal. Well, I think that's what more or less Dr. Rajgopal is set out to do, Dr. Ashok Rajgopal. And as you have very possibly taken and understood that this whole thing is the outcome, the brainchild of one individual who, having proved himself and having received name and fame in his own particular workspace, which is orthopedic surgery, is now setting out to do much more, to giving back to the society something of what he has achieved in his own lifetime. So put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, because we would like to see the person here on stage. Let's welcome Dr. Ashok Rajgopal on stage. A big hand, please. Would you be able to come across? As you can see, he's used to crossing hurdles. Dr. Ashok Rajgopal. When we see the words, the joy of walking, joy, put together, it immediately means one thing to me, and that is to walk away from pain, to be free of pain, and also to walk away from indignity of a warped, broken, or bent body. I will take one moment of your time to tell you how I have received a great beneficiary in Dr. Ashok Rajgopal, because I am an actor on stage and had spent more than 45 years on stage till I discovered that I had arthritic knees and that I would have to give it up. And then somehow, by sheer luck, I came across, somebody introduced me to Dr. Ashok Rajgopal. He gave me the benefit of bilateral surgery. And I must say that since then, that was 2001. So I have pursued all my interest and my passion on stage in complete control of my body, and for that I have nobody else to thank but Dr. Ashok Rajgopal. So Dr. Saab, you talked here about the elevation of pain. We'd just like you to tell a little more to the audience here about what exactly is the foundation doing towards pain.
Thank you, Salima ji. Very warm welcome to all of you in the audience. I'd like to actually go back a little bit in time. This is a dream that I've nurtured for almost about 30 years. As you saw in the video, this was something that was put up to me by my father. And I recall a very profound statement that the late Mr. Abdul Kalam said, "Dreams are not what you see in your sleep, it's something that does not let you sleep." And that pretty much epitomizes the whole concept. I've lived with this philosophy. I've been restless in a lot of ways. And like you very rightly put, Prof. Salimaji, it's being able to give people the quality of life. I do concede the fact that unfortunately for every one or two patients that we're able to operate, there are hundreds, maybe thousands who are not able to benefit from these options. And this foundation is pretty much an initiative to try and reach out to these less privileged section of the population and help them to achieve their goal. Because I believe that one person who gets put back on his feet pretty much gives back not only to his family but also to society. And we'd like to give them the ability to live with dignity and pride and them to get back to their vocation and bring the family back on track. The other part of the foundation is an initiative that we have taken for the girl child, and we have undertaken upon ourselves to educate the girl child. And what we're really looking at is the last 3 years of their schooling, which means the 10th, 11th, and 12th standard or its equivalent, and 3 years into college. And I'm extremely happy to let all of you know that we've actually identified our first child that we've actually picked out, and she's in college at the moment. And there's a short statement that she very kindly sent across to us, and I was just wondering if we can play that for the audience.
We certainly will, Doctor. Please may we have the audio clip of the young girl, the lady who spoke to us about what she received.
Hello, I am Anna Udayan. I am a final year BTech student. I am very grateful to the foundation owned by Sir because he gave me my final year tuition fee for my study. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So this was our first initiative in terms of the education of the girl child. Also very, very privileged to be able to inform you that we are actually going to be performing our first surgery for under the aegis of this foundation in less than 2 weeks from now. And we expect to take these options around the country. We have identified some centers which some of my students have very kindly agreed to allow us to use. And we hope that in times to come, we will be able to make this a more robust organization where we can benefit a lot of our good people.
Thank you, sir. As you have said, commitments are felt, achievements have to be witnessed. And as you say, already the foundation has taken the first step forward, and inshallah, it will always know more and more in support from everybody that is not only connected to Dr. Ashok Rajgopal, but also connected to the foundation, which is going to be all over, and you will get to know more and more about it in many, many ways. Dr. Saab, professionally, of course, your passion is your surgery, your nimble fingers in putting things right. But I know you're a man of many parts, and you have some other passions too. If I'm not wrong, I heard a little bird tell me about the wonderful art collection that you have. Please tell us something about that.
Yes, I'm passionate about art. I don't paint, but I have friends in the audience who have actually got me introduced to this. Some very, very dear friends who have become almost family. So I appreciate art in a very novice sort of way. I collect art in a small way. My daughter is actually pursuing studies in art in London. So yes, it's something that I've passionately followed in my own life.
And we move on to music. I know that music also is something very close to your heart. Am I right?
It is. It's close enough to, if I can, अगर मैं गुस्ताखी कर सकूं, तो मैं शिवलक्ष्मी जी के पास गया जब मैं पहले खान साहब से रिक्वेस्ट करने गया, and I had the temerity and the fortitude to, I cut a CD. And in my wisdom, or the lack of it, I actually went and presented Khan Sahib with one of my CDs. And the only request I had was, please listen to it after I'm done and gone from here. I did not have the courage to. So I'm an occasional music lover. I love listening to music. But of course, we are all blessed and privileged that Khan Sahib is here with us today.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, may I request Dr. Ashok Rajgopal now to welcome on stage the one and only, the greatest, Ustad Amjad Ali Khan Sahab.
So before I was looking up this morning trying to figure out how I should introduce a legend. And I came across this wonderful, wonderful quote by Maya Angelou. She's an icon American actress, poet, artist, avid art collector. And she wrote something which is very, very beautiful. You cannot use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. And I think these two lines pretty much epitomizes the performer, the legend, the maestro. May I please request Ustad Amjad Ali Khan Sahab to come onto the stage, accompanied by Anubrat Chatterjee and Satyajit Talwalkar, who will be accompanying him on the tabla. And please put your hands together and give a standing ovation to Ustad Amjad Ali Khan Sahab.
Namaskar. It's a great honor and pleasure to share our music with all of you. And today's concert is a tribute to Dr. Ashok Rajgopalji for his contributions. He is helping people to be fit or to walk. But I don't know whether it is good for the health or bad. I have spent thousands of hours sitting on the floor. I hope I'm able to always sit and also walk. This evening, I would like to present few compositions of different ragas. And I'll begin with a rag Shri. It's a beautiful rag. And 2 compositions in this rag. Thank you very much. next piece is a beautiful rag, Khamaj. It is called Khamaj, some people call it Khamaj. It's an ancient name, but the melody is so beautiful. According to my guru, my father, that a raga has a flavor, raga has a color, and also fragrance. So this particular rag, the musician of different styles, they sang, they played. But there are two beautiful songs. They are almost like national songs of our country. Based on this rag, I don't have to introduce because every Indian grew up listening to these songs. But this is rag Khamaj, so I'll present those two songs also. One is composed by great Rabindranath Tagore. He also liked rag Khamaj. And Tagore used to like my father's music. Few times my father played for Tagore. And a composition, another, that was great favorite of Mahatma Gandhi. So rag Khamaj. Reduce the monitor, please. about the involvement of Dr. Ashok Rajgopalji. He's so much involved in music, and he has a musician in himself. I have heard his music, and that is why I am here this evening. I'm also very happy to see many old friends here who are involved in music. And my next item is a tarana. Tarana is a style of singing. There are various kinds of songs, but every song has a language, whether classical or filmy or folk or anything. But in 13th century, Hazrat Amir Khusro, he created Qawwali, Qawl, Qalbana, and this Tarana. Tarana doesn't deal with language. He created a language of music, language of sound, like Tana Tom, Tadare Dani, Dirdir Dani. So I composed many taranas as a tribute to Hazrat Amir Khusro. This particular piece is in Rag Bahar. Tadare Dani, Tadare Dani, Tadani Dim, Tana Danum. Tadare Dani, Tadani Dim, Tana Danum, Tadare Dani, Tadani Dim, Tana Danum, Tanum, Tananum, Taderena, 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 Tadare Dani, Tadani Dim, Tana Danum. Tana na 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 dim, tana na 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 na, tana na 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 dim, tana na, tana num, tana num, tare ne tana num, tadare dani, dakita dakidum kit dakidit dakita dakidit dakidit daklan daklan daklan, tadare dani tadani dim, tana danum, tadare dani tadani dim, tana danum. Tadare dani tadani dim, tana danum, tadare dani tadani dim, tana danum, tanum, tananum, taderena, 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 tadare dani tadani dim, tana danum. Tana na 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 dim, tana na 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 na, tana na 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 dim, tana na, tana num, tana num, Tadare dani takar tak dum kar tak dit tak 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 na da kanda 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 tadare da tadani dim tana danu. I'll play Sarod now. I would like to introduce my tabla players, Satyajit Talwalkar on the tabla and Anubrata Chatterjee. I would like to welcome Mr. Soli Saurabhji. He loves music, but he's more fond of jazz music. But I'm honored to have him here. I would like to conclude my recital with a beautiful rag Kirwani. In European music, it is known harmonic minor scale, Kirwani, and a little bit of Pilu also. Thank you very much. It has been a great experience. You have been so kind, encouraging, and gracious. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I have to file my nails in between the recital, not to beautify my finger. But it's a necessity because sitar is played with fingertip, violin, cello. But sarod is not played with fingertip. If I play sarod with fingertip, it will sound like this. So this is the sound of fingertip. But to bring out the human expressions, that resonance and crystal sound is only possible. I have to press the string with the edge of my fingernails, and that is why in between I have to file my nails. So Rag Kirwani. The sound, fingertip, with the nail.
magical, enthralling, ethereal. What words can one have? All I can say is Zindabad, Ustad Amjad Ali Khan Sahab, Zindabad. May I call upon Dr. Ashok Rajgopal to come and offer his thanks.
The genius and the brilliance of this performance, I don't think can be put into words. And all I can say is my father, wherever he is, would be a very satisfied man today. And Khan Sahab, our gratitude, our deepest gratitude from the whole family. And may I request the whole family to just stand up and acknowledge this wonderful, wonderful gesture of Amjad Sahab, Anubrat, Satyajit. Please stand up, and I'd like to, with deepest sense of gratitude, sir, acknowledge this wonderful performance. This is actually a very, very emotional moment for me because there's a friend of mine in the audience. Please take a seat. Just a few more minutes. Who actually reminded me of a note that my father had sent to me, which he has a copy of, and I'm ashamed to say I've seemed to have misplaced, which targeted two things that I had to do to satisfy his expectations of me, and he reminded me that today I would fulfill the second one. I'd done the first one earlier. So it's my very pleasant task now to thank each and every one of you in the audience. And I'd like to say that each one of you in the audience has touched my life in some manner. And I'm extremely indebted to all of you for having been here. I would like to acknowledge the tremendous amount of help that has been rendered to me by a lot of you in the audience who specifically told me not to name them, and I'm extremely grateful to you for that. I'd like to start by thanking Subhalakshmi ji, Aman and Ayan, and for bearing with us for the innumerable SMSs and our phone calls, and you've been extremely gracious, ma'am, and I'm deeply, deeply indebted to you for all this help and support. And I'd also like to acknowledge at this point the help of Siddhant and his company that has arranged the audio-visual. And